Hi, I'm Pat Newton, the head distiller at Waiheke Whiskey. Thank you for purchasing a bottle of Fairlight. This is a pretty special whiskey which we produce as a one-off, mixing the old world and the new. You'll notice because it's a one-off whiskey, we have changed the label compared to our single malts. So you'll see the design. This is actually the front of the distillery building with a little chimney up the top. So I'm going to give you a little brief description of how it came to be, who was involved at the time, and also a little tasting note towards the end. First off, it started as an idea. We've always liked the idea of blending different things together to see what happens, whether it's going to be good or bad, or something in between. And for Fairlight, the idea was using inspiration from the old world, from the motherland. I can't talk about which country it is because we'll get in trouble for saying who it is, but you kind of get the idea of where it comes from. And the new world, which is obviously Waiheke Whiskey. We're fortunate back a couple of years ago when we opened the distillery and commissioned the new stills, we brought over a master distiller called Alan Winchester. Now, Alan has an extensive history distilling in the motherland. And he came across basically help us out. I hadn't run big stills before, and so he was just giving us pointers. He spent a couple of weeks with us, and during that time we had the idea to create a blend, a one-off, as I said, of the old world versus new. So we sat down with Alan and we basically tried samples from the Northern Hemisphere versus our own 5-year peated single malts. And we decided on a blend which reflects both of the different areas. The reason for the name Fairlight actually comes from the first synthesizer which was produced. So the idea of sampling music, taking different sections of that music, a beat here, and mixing them together to create something better. So that's what we were doing, except we were doing it with whiskey. So New Zealand single malt versus a blended malt and a virgin oak malt as well. So all of these little things we put together, we created something delicious, and hopefully you're going to enjoy it as much as I do. We decided on a blend, we brought the whiskey or imported the whiskey into New Zealand, we blended our portion in with the old world portion. We set it in barrel for a set amount of time to marry or integrate the different whiskies, and then we ended up bottling it. So we diluted it down or bottled it down at 40% because that is where we thought would give the best expression for both Waiheke and the old world. If you have some in your glass, perfect. You can see it's got a great golden colour to it, lovely and clear. So for me, I straight away get these honeyed notes coming straight from the glass. Lots of nice fruit there, some apricot, some pear. You're also getting a little bit of oak coming through. So those caramelly characters which come from American oak barrels. And then you're picking up a nice little bit of smoke there, and that is from the single malt from Waiheke Whiskey. So on the palate, lovely sweet entry, great mouthfeel. You're getting lots of textural notes coming through, flavours of butterscotch, which is quite predominant. The smoke is coming through as well. Stone fruit. It's a whiskey which just lingers on the palate. For me, I enjoy this straight, but I have been known to use it with mixes as well. But it's something which should be enjoyed any time of day. Breakfast, morning tea, or even after dinner. But I hope you like it as much as I do. Cheers.